Menteri Rangba ke jylla kurat sangma harangkat Menteri Ketana Tunggu Kai uba Polengdo, Chief Secretary ke jylla uba DP Walang uba CV Dingdo, Director Jung Ketana Tourism, henik sengi ke lapalat pajba ya ke Hello Meghalaya. Menteri Rangba aba keren henik sengi ulapan pau ke jing sengau kemen, ba Nagaland jong sorkar ke lala ban plie ya ke neka Hello Meghalaya ke OTT ke banengkong du ha ke ba kum ke state government ke lapalat ban ai mensim ya ke samla donsap. Kani kandai ka OTT platform ka banengkong ha ka rihi berok ka wei ha ka ba kum ka jylla ka sim ya kalat ban kyrshan ya ki riu donsap jong ka jylla la ka dai ha ka wai ka siaw ha ka rukom ak ha ka rukom snaplim bat hikbenta ba pher ha ka ni ka sngi Nagaland jong ka sorkar kala airu ya ka kusnam kerpang sya kitu ki nongjap ha ki benta ki ba pher ka ba lengba ka sap ka ba maki ki don man pen sngow tenat ya upat ba jong karilum khasi jantia bat garo.
Creativity. Initiatives like Yes Meghalaya, Aspire and Skill Meghalaya are designed to tap into this potential, empowering our young people and creating pathways for success. We are committed to generating 5 lakh job opportunities by 2028 with a significant focus on the arts and entertainment sector. Meghalaya has always been a hub of artistic expression, particularly in music and performance. This particular infrastructure, the Lariti International Center for Performing Arts and Culture, exemplifies our commitment to nurturing this talent, providing a world-class venue for cultural events. Festivals such as the Shillong Cherry Blossom and the Megong Festival have been instrumental in bringing international attention to our local artists. The Meghalaya Grassroots Music Program supports over 3,000 musicians in the state, leveraging Shillong's status as India's music capital. Is a groundbreaking initiative, the first of its kind in India, showcasing films and content exclusively from our state. This platform addresses a critical need for our filmmakers and musicians, offering them a global stage and sustainable income opportunities with potential earnings of up to 5 lakhs annually for artists. Hello Meghalaya is not just a digital platform. It is a celebration of our cultural heritage and a vehicle for sharing our stories with the world. It will also serve as a powerful tool for raising awareness among key social, cultural, and environmental issues. I am deeply grateful to the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Conrad K. Sangma, ably supported by our Tourism Minister, Polengdo.
Awardees, content creators, my dear young friends, and members of both the film and the music fraternity who could manage to make it to today's very significant milestone of our launch of Hello Meghalaya, our OTT platform, as well as the official announcement of the collaboration between Meghalaya's musicians with Hard Rock Cafe, Mr. Rakesh representing Hard Rock Cafe here. If you can kindly stand up so that the rest of the audience can negotiate and reserve bookings of their bands with you. It is indeed with huge, tremendous pleasure that I'm here along with our esteemed Chief Minister to initiate these 2 important steps. As all of you may be aware, July the 11th is also World Population Day. Will not be able to make a mark on the global map through our numerical strength. through our quantity. Therefore, what we cannot dream of making up through numbers, through quantity, Meghalaya has the other choice, which is quality. And as all of you are well aware, the history of the world has indicated very clearly that winners, victors are always smaller groups. And the Battle of Plassey, for instance, 1757, shows how an army of 10,000 could easily defeat an army of 1 lakh. The Battle of Plassey, 1757. Therefore, as the Honorable Chief Minister had explained to me while we were witnessing the Garo dance, that was a war dance. And today, if we are to make a war cry as a state, it has to be the cry of a Meghalaya that is ready to take over the world through its sheer quality, through our quality population. Milestone of Meghalaya's arts and culture. Earlier it was called Sikpak, now we have renamed it to Larity. I remember briefing the CM and saying that Meghalaya already has a number of Sikh units. We do not need another Sikpak. So we renamed it to Larity so that it signifies our culture and a rich tapestry of the arts. You will be happy to know that we have made various rapid strides in contributing to the youth energy that we have. Our youngsters, even in the first edition of MGMP, didn't find the space that they deserved. Today we are happy that over 3,000 musicians are earning through music. There was always a point of time when I was in my school days when musicians were looked upon with a bit of contempt. They were regarded as, non-serious, wasters of time and all of that. Today, we're ready to take on the global platform. With our collaboration with Hard Rock Cafe, what will happen is that when you visit the metros, when you visit any of the outlets of Hard Rock Cafe, you'll be pleasantly surprised to hear our Shillong-based and Meghalaya-based bands performing. And today, as we discussed the other day, it's just a launch, but we would like to make sure that very soon, within a span of 6 to 8 months, our bands should be able to perform globally. Why not Hong Kong? Why not the Philippines? Why not Japan? Why not New York? We have it in us. Friends, today as we launch this OTT platform, there is another definition of OTT. Over the top, which also means that you're happy. Exaggerated, there's more than what you would feel. It's something like you're over the moon. We are over the top with today's launch. And I'm confident that our content creators and the awardees will be truly inspired to take the art seriously, take music production seriously, take filmmaking seriously. Very soon we will be tendering for our own Cineplex here in Shillong. And we've also announced that over the next 5 years, we will have these theaters in the rest of the districts of the state. So, my message to our young friends today is unleash your energy and potential in the right way. A river, when not tapped properly, can cause flash floods and damage to crops and to agriculture. Tap it properly, it becomes a powerhouse for power generation. Today, our vision is to ensure that we tap a young raw energy into the right channels so that very soon we should be able to go global. What is not possible? Modern education came to our hills in 1841.
Before I start to speak, just want to share that the three of us were just laughing and giggling in the front. I think some of you saw us, must be wondering what we were talking. But just to share with you that all of us got the same speech. So, so we were just wondering who's going to read the speech. But luckily, none of the speakers before me read it, but the content is all the same. So that's why we were laughing when we were looking at the speeches, saying that it's the same speech. Nonetheless, I'm happy that we saw both the speakers before me. They spoke from the heart, and they really meant what they were saying. And this is really what we are trying to do out here. If you heard the speech of the Chief Secretary as well as the Honorable Tourism Minister, you will be able to connect the dots and see that there is a real process and an effort to really bring the youth forward in our state. Whenever we started programming and making policies for the state government and for the people, we realized that if we are going to make programs that are individual and in silos, we may not be able to achieve, or we may ultimately miss the larger picture. And therefore, 6 years back when we started working and we formed the government, and now we are in MDA 2, we started looking at what we called the stakeholder approach, which means that we will not be program or policy driven, but we will be stakeholder driven. Now, who are the stakeholders? It's the women in our society who are stakeholders. It is the youth who are important stakeholders. It is the farmers who are important stakeholders. And so on and so forth. And hence, the youth being a very, very important stakeholder in the state of Meghalaya, you would have seen that in the last many years, multiple programs have come out in multiple ways to actually tap what Paul had just mentioned, to tap the energy of the youth of our state. What Paul said was a very, very important point. The youth, like the way the water flows, is a very, very powerful energy. It is our policies and programs and the way the government will work. It will ensure that this powerful energy will become either a destructive force or a constructive force. And that's really the mindset with which we are always looking at this issue and ensuring that we are able to channelize this energy that is there in the youth. You look at the MGMP program. We have thousands, if not lakhs, of artists who are excellent and have got, the best talent in the world, I should say. And yet they're not able to get that platform to be able to perform. And so a simple idea came out, which was the MGMP program, where we said that, well, let them perform to tourists in different tourist locations, in different cafes, restaurants, important programs, and that way they will be able to showcase their talent, and the government will support them and government will pay them. And with that, now we have almost 3,000 people who are supported by the MGMP program. And as you're aware, now we are planning to expand it even further. I was mentioning that, not just we allow them to perform and we support them, but let us upgrade them. Why don't we go for reading and writing of music, teaching each of these talented musicians how to read music, write music, link it up with Skills Meghalaya program, certify them so that they're actually certified musicians who can read and write music, so they can start teaching music maybe in different ways. How about we encourage them by supporting them through CM Elevate and put up music studios. We have shortage of music studios. Many people want to record their songs, but they don't have the finances or they don't have the accessibility to good studios. So can MGMP program now upgrade and support, along with CM Elevate, which is again another program for the youth of our state, for entrepreneurs to start businesses. 20,000 youths will be supported through CM Elevate to start whatever business they want to start. Among musicians also, and among filmmakers. And we realize that again, the filmmakers are not getting the kind of platform that they deserve. So while we strategize to put up movie theaters in different locations, we strategize to reduce the taxes for the local movies so that the ticket price could come down and maximum amount of the revenue could go to the filmmakers. Other programs, policies like supporting them to make the movies out here, so giving them financial aid for it, to ensuring that we are able to have the film festival that we had and keep promoting it. We realize that while all of these things are happening, yet technology today is transforming the way movies and entertainment is seen, and hence it was a natural movement for us to go to the OTT platform. And I'm very happy that we are today launching it. I can tell you that this is going to be a very, very important game changer for the talent and give an opportunity like nothing before to the filmmakers and even to the musicians of our state. And that's why we're super excited. But again, we can only provide the platform. It is up to now the content creators and to the people to support such programs. Like you're aware that it's not just that we'll be providing the platform, but every time an individual is able to say, for example, a movie and a content that is put up gets about 10,000 views, then the particular content creator will be paid by the state government for those number of views. A certain amount will be given. Every time there's a movie that's uploaded, again, apart from what you will get from the subscription and other things, we will be paying you to put up your content, and we'll continue to support this. And as I said, more importantly, you will get a very wide audience who will be able to watch your movies, and that way the popularity also will go up. Yes, we expect hurdles, we expect challenges, but that's natural. That's what happens in life. And so they may not be the smoothest and the most great platform. We will face challenges. There will be a lot of difficulties we may come across, because this is the first time any state government has done this kind of a project. So therefore, it's a very unique project. And we are really hoping that apart from just the movies and the short films and the documentaries that you will do, we are really looking forward to the music videos also coming up. And we're hopeful that this platform will allow you to connect with other musicians across the world and across the country. And we are of course working on another program in that line also. I cannot share all of that with you right now, but soon we are looking at those areas also on how to get the musicians connected also, and that's another part of MGMP. But as I said, it's too early for me to speak about it because we're still at the planning stage. But I hope that within the next 6 months we'll be able to see something very exciting in that aspect also. And apart from that, as I said, it's not just about the movie making and the film and the documentaries. This also is a very, very, thought out strategy to ensure that we promote our language. This is something important. The last time when I had spoken to my team about MGMP and looking at all these different programs that we're doing, our idea is to create value. You see, it's not about just showcasing your talent. Yes, we have talent, and yes, we should showcase it. But how does this talent convert into livelihood? How does this livelihood convert into different earnings for our people? How can we collaborate with the industry? How do we make it an industrial system? How do we create a music economy? How do we create a movie economy? It's not about just music, not about just sports, but how do we create a sports economy? What is activity that will ensure that while we invest in all of this for the youth, the music and the sports, we need to create livelihood, and we need to ensure that the economy also is affected by it. And that's why this entire platform is all connected to all these issues, and that's why they just mentioned to you about the economy also. But I just wanted to let you know that these are all factors that have come into our thought process while we were planning all of this. So really we're looking forward to this happening. I also want to share with you that I had the opportunity to meet our Honorable Prime Minister once, and I mentioned about this OTT platform to him, and he was very excited to hear about it. And he was mentioning that he would be very happy to see our local boys and girls from here who are focused on their traditional music, especially traditional music, and how that music can be collaborated with another state's cultural music, and how there could be some fusion between the local cultural music from this state with another state, and how you could create unique music and fusion music out of that. And this is one aspect that I would really like to also support. I would like to see that our cultural, the musics, the traditional musics, the music instruments that we have, how can these be then connected to other parts of the country and even the world? Because that's what will be very distinct about us.
Hello Meghalaya is an OTT platform
designed exclusively for the people of Meghalaya.
Whether you're a filmmaker who wants to tell a story,
A musician who wants to share and connect with the audience, a content creator who's always pushing the boundaries of creativity.
Hello Meghalaya has something for everyone.
You not only get to do what you love, but you also get paid for it. If you're content
The winner in the Best Food Influencer category is Rynsan.